amusing scenes. Everything we were about to read was based on harmless incidents that ordinary tasks and somehow turn them into as I begin sake of our story. Ray walks like a man who believes the universe aligns itself around the schedule. He places his bag on a bench. He tries to pick up a long has different intentions. As Ray lifts swings gently upward and taps him on the shoulder like a polite reminder that the laws of balance still exist. Ray turns around, confused, not realizing he has been lightly touched by the and this, my friend, is the earliest sign that today will be full of cheerful surprises. As I stand there observing, the sun begins to climb slowly above the sky. Another worker, whom I'll call Ben. They are light and flexible. Stack that is slightly taller than necessary. At first he handles it well, but as he begins to walk, the wind descends. And suddenly the entire
Hey, mess with you, you'll end up like the rest.
Ben tries to control it. His arms extended. But the sheets gently glide out of formation and suddenly Ben looks down, nods to himself, and suddenly laughter grows louder. By stretching it far across it. He steps back, then watches as the tape retracts. The tape oscillates slightly. He maintains perfect balance. The expression of his face is a flawless blend of surprise and admiration. By midnight, the image of the construction site appears. Conversation. Explains the brilliance of the sports match. Amid these discussions, someone carries a toolbox. The strength of a determined competitor, only to realize he accidentally the moment he lifts it, his life choices. But he keeps his his friends pretend not to know. Known for his patience and steady pace. Today, he climbs the first few steps with the grace of someone who has done this hundreds of times. But then, as he reaches the company, he realizes he forgot one small tool. To descend and retrieve it or simply call someone to hand it up. After a brief moment of internal negotiation, extended
บ่ได้ดอก
Without moving his feet, the
Nhang luôn
legion's
nhá.
flexibility is far greater than the action. But instead of giving up, he simply holds the pose for an extra second, hoping the tool will magically move closer. Of course, it does not. Theo then laughs quietly and climbs back down to retrieve it properly. All these moments create a harmony of human unpredictability that turns ordinary tasks into delightful stories. The beauty of observing these scenes lies not in the listeners. They never get upset or discouraged. Instead, they embrace their small admirable spirit. As I continue narrating, another scene catches my eye. A worker named Caleb is organizing paint buckets. He sets them in space, almost like arranging decorative items in a showroom. When he steps back to the just enough to move a piece of paint directly on one of the suggests he has just witnessed an elegant ballet and returns to perfecting his lineup of buckets. These are only the early hours of the day, and already the site feels like a stage where spontaneous every worker contributes. As the morning moves toward its develops its own kind of rhythm, steady yet filled with unexpected sparks of heat. I shift my attention to an area where several workers are preparing materials for the next stage of the project. Among them is a man named Oliver, who has always been known for his ability to turn even the simplest task into a small performance. Today, his goal is to roll out a section of protective covering along the path.
Salam alaikum.
Not
Alaikum
entirely eager to
assalam.
cooperate with Oliver's plan.
Salam.
He places one glue carefully on the ground and begins pushing the glue forward. First, everything seems smooth. But Oliver gently nudges it.
Oh, tuh.
And Oliver follows it. It stays alive. The scene quickly as observers, we can see how
God, pull yourself up, nurse. Pull yourself up.
Instead of moving forward, it wobbles in place, as though contemplating whether it should proceed. Oliver pauses, places both hands on his hips, then takes a deep breath. Exaggerated seriousness, and whispers something to her. No one can hear what he says. However, the role must appreciate his Oliver raises his continues pushing until the entire covering lies perfectly along the path. He gives the roll a gentle pat, the way a coach might place the not far from this time, are easy to handle, at least in theory.
Gamer, go!
And secures a bracket at the bottom. Everything goes smoothly until a small gust of acid starts pouring. Mark straightens it, but once he steadies it, but then the panel returns to lines and their reactions remain composed, but the alternating taps make them look like participants in a simulation. Seeing this, I cannot help but narrate aloud what the painting seems to be. Both grabbing the paint at the same time, across a corridor. He moves too quickly. His co-workers watch him from a distance. When he reaches the destination, the bucket. Across the site, one of the more is preparing to repaint several markers. Samuel treats every brushstroke as if he is creating a masterpiece. He positions his material, adjusts his stance, and dips the brush with deliberate attention. His first stroke is a smooth edge against the surface. Prepares for the third, something unusual.
Oh shit.
Instead of fixing it, his character to the market. A coworker walks by, looks at the swirl, and asks if it was intentional. Samuel simply says, in the calmest tone, that exploration deserves a different personality. Soon the lunch break arrives. Workers gather around different shaded areas of the site, each taking a moment to rest. But even during the break, the comedic rhythm does not pause. One worker opens the lunch container, only to discover that he passed the wrong meal. Instead of frustration, another worker twisting gently, adjusting. Eventually, a worker stares at him with admiration and mild contempt, as if witnessing a hidden talent. After the energy shifts as the workers return to their tasks refreshed. The next series of scenes, a worker named Adrian who is unloading boxes. The boxes are small. Adrian one in each hand. Through the journey, one box starts to tilt out. Adrian adjusts slightly, trying to keep both boxes balanced. Then the second box tilts in the opposite direction.
Oh no! Oh no!
Moving his elbows like a walker maintaining equilibrium. His concentration intensifies. His steps become remarkably calculated. For a few seconds, it seems like the box is moving. He manages to regain full control and sets them down triumphantly. He dusts off his hands, nods with satisfaction, and walks away with the other sign of overcoming the true. Another worker named Felix is checking the set of However, the board has its own plans. It slowly moves. Just as it is about to touch the button, Felix turns around almost like a seconds pass. He stops. Glances around to see if anyone witnessed his quick set. His co-worker across the site raises a hand. Felix responds with a modest nod, pretending the moment was absolutely intentional. The afternoon returns with quiet but blending with the soft hum of distant the entire site appears like a stage where each worker unknowingly plays a role in the ongoing drama. And so the narration goes on, flowing through every corner of the each subtle moment that turns ordinary labor into an atmosphere of cheerful storytelling. As the afternoon establishes its steady rhythm, the construction site becomes a purposeful concentrated It is a job. He places the first marker, steps back, satisfied, as if he is inspecting an important piece of art.
Second hose.
The shadow
Yeah, I'll get
cast
feet now.
by a nearby
Here it comes.
structure makes the markers appear slightly. Henry tilts his head back. After a minute, shifting him so slightly that even the person when he finally steps back and surveys his work, he nods with a kind of satisfaction which goes with architectural magic. One of his co-workers walks by, glances at the markers, and says they look excellent. Henry accepts them. Not far away, a worker. No one is known for his today he is stacking a set of places it gently into the stack. When he reaches the he stirs the air. Nolan notices the shift. As though refusing he places a small object on top of the walks away with a satisfied nod, a simple truce between man and material. The next scene unfolds near a shaded area where two workers, Leonard and Mason, are measuring a section of the ceiling. Leonard stretches the tip of Mason marks the spots of the job. Coordination between them is smooth until Leonard throws the tape over two workers' heads. The tape snaps back slightly and surprises both of them. Leonard with the quiet amusement of someone this time. Meanwhile, a worker
Wait, there's a car in there.
grouping them by purpose, then adjusts the spacing to when he finishes, he stands back and observes the arrangement with pride. But as he turns to leave, he accidentally nudges the corner of the table with his knee. The tools shift slightly, as if